Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about cervical screening during menopause. Now, cervical screening is also known as a smear test, and a smear test is the way I've always described it. But whether you call it cervical screening or a smear test, it is actually the same thing. So if you're in perimenopause, your periods are going to be irregular. You might not get any for months, and once you go into post-menopause, then obviously you no longer have periods anymore. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't keep going for your smear test. It's just as important as it was in your younger years. Now, during the smear test, what they do is they take a small sample of the cells from your cervix, send them off for testing, and what they're looking for is not actually looking for cancer. It's not a test for cancer, it's a preventative screening, but they are looking for abnormal cells that have the ability or may turn into cancer cells. So if they find cells that have changed, then they can monitor you with future smear tests, or also give you treatment if some of the cells are looking highly likely to become dangerous. So it only takes a few minutes and it's painless. You may get a little spotting perhaps afterwards, but that usually stops after a few hours. It really is over really quite quickly, and it's usually carried out by a nurse, probably at your doctor's surgery or maybe a local hospital. It doesn't take very long at all, and it really is worth having it done regularly. So if you're registered with a doctor in the UK, then you will be offered a smear test every 3 years from the age of 25 to 49. When you get to 50, you have one every 5 years up until you're 64. You don't have them after that because it's considered from 65 onwards unlikely for you to develop cervical cancer. If you've had abnormal cells on what would have been, say, your last smear test, then obviously you may continue after 65 to have more for obviously observation purposes and maybe treatment. But if you've kept up your smear test regularly throughout your adult life from 25 years old onwards, then you are unlikely to develop cervical cancer after the age of 65. So this is why you need to keep it up regularly. It really is so important. Things have changed a little bit since I was younger. Secondary school girls are now vaccinated against the, now I can never say this, human papilloma virus, or HPV, might make it easier to say. It's a vaccine and it's done in several doses. Now, it was just girls originally, but I do believe that from September 2019 boys are also offered the vaccine as well, because obviously it can be sexually transmitted, so therefore it's probably better if both boys and girls are vaccinated against it. So that's definitely a move forward, because the HPV is considered a really high risk virus for cervical cancer to develop. So it's nice when they move things on a little, and it's nice where both boys and girls are being protected as well. I think that's absolutely brilliant. So my last point is, it really only takes a few minutes to have a smear test. It's not painful. Even if you get a little bit of spotting or a little bit of tummy ache afterwards, it passes within a couple of hours. It really is worthwhile keeping it up all the way through to the point where you're told you no longer need to go and have them done. I hope you found that interesting, and I hope it was helpful. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to know when there are any more videos going on the channel, there is a notification bell below the video. There's also a subscribe button there too. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.